Hey guys, it's me, Uncle Robbie, and I'm really excited today because I'm going to my FFL dealer to pick up my new, well, 70-year-old, hopefully, M1 GARAND that I'm getting from the Civilian Marksmanship Program. And you are literally going to be on the road with Uncle Robbie. Hey everybody, it's me. Now I just picked up my M1. It's in the back seat of my filthy, messy car. Here with Gordo. Say hi, Gordo.
Hello.
He's my expert on M1s, because when he was in the Army, they were still using M1s for BRM, weren't they?
Yep.
They're still using M1s. Back, what year was that?
Back in the early 70s.
So in the early 70s, they were still using M1 GARANDs for marksmanship training. So this one, we're going to open it up and see what the hell I got. I'm really excited. So when I get back home, we'll do that. Okay, guys, I finally made it home. I'm sitting on my front porch. And if you're wondering why there's a microwave here, I'm actually saving this to use it as a Faraday cage. Believe it or not, I'm going to keep my walkie-talkies in there just in case of an EMP, because it'll keep the electronics from getting destroyed. And just want everybody, since this is a gun video, want to break open a White Claw in honor of Reno May and Brendan Herrera, the AK guy, because they drink this shit, and I don't know why, but I guess if you're going to do a gun video, you have to, so. Here we go. Anyway, now the moment we've all been waiting for. This is the official unboxing. And I'm sitting here, here you go. Why do I have shadow in my face? I guess, what is in my face? Okay guys, so, in honor of the unboxing of my M1 GARAND, I'm going to use my official M1 GARAND bayonet to cut the tape. So here we go. Never cut towards your face, but there you go. I didn't really need it. It's been opened already by the guy in the FFL dealer, because we have to ship these to an FFL dealer if you're in New York, and any place else, like if you lived in Kentucky, they'd ship it. The CMP would send this right to your door, okay? So anyway, it comes in this big, beautiful box, and it comes in this big, beautiful plastic case. Now, this case that I noticed has a couple of problems. One, this, you can see, this hinge doesn't even have a piece of metal going through it, a hinge rod. And this one, the hinge rod, is sitting out about this far. I noticed this because I got shown it at the gun shop, and it wasn't in the box. I don't know what happened to it. The case is just not made right. So I'm going to try and tap this. Maybe I'll be better off getting a hammer later. So anyway, I'm going to get the camera off the tripod, and I just spilled all my White Claw all over the front porch, so I'm just going to finish that, maybe get another one, maybe just shoot this video, I don't know, but get ready for an unboxing, okay? Yuck. Okay, so you can see what we have right here is the case it comes in. It's a really nice case. I'm a little disappointed about the two latches, that one doesn't have a a rod going through it. That really upsets me. But the cases, these cases are really beautiful. They're a lot nicer than the old Plano cases or whatever they were that they came in. But here we go. Come on. What's it caught on? Oh, okay, gotta go like that. Gotta go like that. Gotta go like that. Maybe I actually have it upside down, I think. Do I? Oh yeah, I do. I have it upside down. That's why it won't open. Okay. And now, here we go. Look at that. See that hinge? It's not held on. And that hinge doesn't even have a rod in it. And this one, the rod is not even through the whole hinge. But anyway, that's the small problem. What we have first in the package is my CMP marksmanship. To may concern the congressional law, blah, blah, blah. It says the congressional law that privatized civilian marksmanship program exempts us from the FFL requirements. The CMP does not have an FFL. Please use the following information listed below on your paperwork. And then it's got some of my personal information that I probably don't want to show on the internet. But anyway, there is the rifle in its box, and here it says muzzle reading 1, hurt reading +1. Rifle grade is a service grade RM1. Armor 24, did a pretty decent job, I guess. The date that they did it was 3/30/21, so just a week or so ago. And it's a Springfield Armory, and it says 645. And I actually asked for a Springfield Armory that was World War II vintage. And there's the serial number, which we don't really need to see. I don't know if it matters, but so I'll put my little letter there. Then what it comes with is a bunch of paperwork. Okay, and we'll look at that in a second. Paperwork. Oh, and here's a little bag comes with one M-block clip. I watched that Jay and Silent Bob movie the other day, so I'm thinking the other word. And then it says, thank you for purchasing from the CMP. To receive a free trigger lock, please provide the following information. And I thought they had to send it with the trigger lock, but I guess you have to send this postcard in, and they'll send you one. And, then you'll have a trigger lock, because all guns are supposed to have a trigger lock. Now, getting down here to the nitty-gritty. This is a service grade. This doesn't have a new production stock, but you can see, look at that. There's the muzzle end of it. The finish on this is still pretty good. I'd say it has 70% maybe finish on it. The operating rod looks like it's got a little wear there. Trigger guard looks era appropriate. And down to the buttstock, there's a couple of chips and dings, as you can see up here. Got some dings. So that's what it looks like in the box. Now I'm going to take it out of the box and put the camera back on the tripod. I'm going to take a closer look at this rifle. Okay, so now I'm sitting here. I got the rifle out of the case, and you can see I've got my these aren't, I don't have cookware sitting out on my front porch. These are actually old kitchen utensils that I have actually soaking parts in mineral spirits and denatured alcohol to try and get cosmoline off them. That's why they're on the front porch and not in the kitchen. Of course, I'm not going to be using them to cook corn in anymore, or spaghetti, because they have had, all types of toxic material in them. So, looking at this, you can see there's some dings, scratches, dents. It's got the chamber block in it, chamber block and flag, so we know that this is not loaded. Okay? You can see the buttstock that's kind of worn out, and this definitely looks like it has been used for doing drills for quite some time, because the checkering here is worn smooth on this. The rear sling attachment, it's still in there pretty good. It's not super tight. The front sling attachment, it's you know, I would say that's acceptable. It's got the little tag around it, like I said. On this side, we've got, you can see a couple of gouges. Trying to get this into the sunlight, you know. So the stock is not perfect. Like I said, this is a service grade, and I ordered a second one that was rack grade, a special rack grade, and the special rack would have a brand new production stock set on it, and it would have a new Criterion barrel. The front sight feels pretty tight. I mean, there's a little bit of a looseness on it. I don't know where that's coming from, but it feels a little wobbly, so I might have to tighten that up. It does have an Allen screw in the front, and I think that might be for removing the front sight post. If anybody has any comments or advice on this for me, I would really appreciate it. Because, you know, I'm really new to M1 Garand collecting. This is the first M1 rifle that I've ever owned, but we'll get to the inside. Now, what's funny is this is a Springfield Armory, and it says, I don't know if you can see right there, it says U.S. rifle, caliber 30, M1, Springfield Armory. The condition of the metal on this is actually very good. There's very little pitting on this receiver, so the metal is actually in pretty decent shape. Now, it's a Springfield receiver, and that's the only thing that they'll guarantee you. And they won't even guarantee you on a service grade rifle. You know, I asked for one. If you put a little yellow sticky, I did the little yellow post-it note on the paperwork and asked for a World War II era Springfield. Having thought about it, I would have said, give me the best shape one you can with a new production stock. But this is the one I had for collecting value. I mean, you can see a big hunk of it missing right there. But this was made in June. It says 6/45, so this is right at the end of the war. So I'm going to do, and also the bolt, let me get the chamber flag out of there. The bolt, if you can see on it, the bolt right there, I don't know if it'll focus, it might, but the bolt right here says WRA, so it has a Winchester bolt, Winchester repeating arms, that's what WRA stands for. I checked this, okay, that turns, and the sight, okay, this is good, it's not loose, and this, you can see, actually raises and lowers, so that's pretty neat. The front of it, there's the business end of this thing. You can see there's not too many huge nicks. I mean, the crown is not perfect. This thing has been down a bayonet range. This has been used for drills. I mean, this has been scraped on the pavement and the, you know, in the ground, you know, putting it down, order arms, present arms. So, I mean, the rear sight functions, okay. The front sight, like I said, feels a little loose. I do not think this is a match grade rifle by any means. This is more collector grade. Well, it's not collector grade. But it is a historic. It is a historic firearm, in my opinion. You know, this is. I think the dings, you can see, is another one there. Give it a little character. I believe these were returns from Philippines. There's the P right there. You can see on the heel of the grip, and of course, as cartouches, I don't see any cartouche, but it has an RA. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but it has an RA trigger guard. It's got some, you know, it's got some. The finish is not perfect on this, put it that way. But all in all, it looks like, oops, it looks like it will function, okay? And I did the old bang test and it didn't slam forward, which is good. But like I said, you know, for $750 from CMP, I think it was money well spent. Now that I'm holding it, this thing, I gotta tell you, it's heavy. I mean, I'm a little, oops, damn. Well, there's a case of M1 thumb for you if you ever were gonna get one. But it's heavy. These were heavy rifles. They were very well made. John C. Garand's invention, as George S. Patton called it, was one of the greatest battle implements ever produced. And I gotta say, you know, holding this thing, it's very substantial. I was used to carrying an M16 back in the day, and this, I gotta say, is significantly heavy. I mean, I really wouldn't have wanted to hump this through the Ardennes forest. This is, you know, it's pretty heavy duty. It's definitely a substantial rifle. So I'm glad I bought it, and that's for all my friends who've been asking, you know, about what these CMP M1s are looking like these days. And maybe I'll do another video of me cleaning it. Maybe I'll do another video of me shooting it. And you know, the actual, this is the, right there is the clip release, and it is a clip. It's not a magazine because it's, you know, M block, and that's what you would do. You'd slide that back. Okay, now I got it all the way back. You got to make sure that's all the way back, and that you would push that, and that would pop the clip. Of course, I'm not going to play with live ammunition here because an accidental discharge in this neighborhood could be a potentially horrible, terrible, awful, dangerous, deadly thing, and we don't play with guns and live ammunition unless we are actually out on the range. So, guys, stay safe, stay cool, and rock out with your Glock out, because I can't say the other, keep on rocking in the free world anymore for some reason. I don't know, maybe Neil Young is going to get mad at me. But anyway, that's that. So I'm going to go inside. I'm going to edit this down. You know, not a big production video. I just wanted to show what you get from the civilian marksmanship program right now. Maybe I'll do a video on how I ordered it and the paperwork, but I'm really excited to have this. You know, like I said, the butt plate does not fit perfectly. You know, this has got some pretty good wear on it. It does, however, oh, I can't pick it up. Let me see if I got my bayonet here. Got the bayonet here. Let's see if it'll fix the bayonet while I'm at it. Okay, affix bayonets, and you can tell that works. This is a Korean War issue bayonet, so this rifle very well may have had one of these affixed to it, because if this rifle was made in '45, there's a good chance that 4 years later it ended up in Korea. And bayonet, it's not very sharp, but it's in pretty decent shape, and the way you get it off is you undo it like that. So, but I just wanted to try and put that down on my foot so I don't get dirt in the muzzle. I just want to try and pry this open because it is kind of sticky. There you go. That's the butt stop. Not exactly the cleanest place in the world. I wouldn't want to be I wouldn't want to be carrying, you know, medication or anything in there. But a cleaning rod, you know, and a little bottle of oil probably would fit in there just nicely. So that's that. No biggie. I finally got it. It took it took 3 months and 2 days from the day I mailed in the paperwork, and I mailed the paperwork January 6th, and I got it, and I was having it notarized as the Capitol mostly peaceful protest at the U.S. Capitol was going on January 6th, rather, January 6th. And the CMP said they received my paperwork on January 13th. So good work, USPS. It only took you, oh no, they received it on January 19th rather. So it only took you 13 days to get it to them, which, you know, hey, USPS, I understand there's a worldwide global pandemic going on, but, you know, so they got it the 19th. I got it today is April 8th. And I gotta say, I'm kind of happy. I'm still waiting for the special rack grade one, which I think will be in considerably better condition than this, since it has a new stock and a new barrel, and that's the shooter. This one I'm sure is not match grade. So anyway, I've gone on with this one too long. Thanks a lot, and rock out your Glock out.